If we don't know how to even materially, if we don't have even enough material intelligence to deal, why will they listen to you spiritually? Isn't it? We can't even demonstrate the skills, intelligence, and ability on material platform. And then we're going to expect them to respect us on a transcendental, spiritual platform? So by our Krishna consciousness, we have to establish how we can help them, how we can help any devotee. Whether male or female, doesn't matter. And everybody's different. So if we depend on Krishna, Krishna will give us intelligence and understanding how to adjust ourselves to deal with every different living entity according to their condition and position. Just like doctor, right? He doesn't act the same with every patient, right? He's adjusting. So you have to adjust. But if we don't depend on Krishna, we won't have intelligence enough how to adjust. And then you just try to do the same thing with every living entity, it will be ineffective. Just like if you have so many different children, every children completely different. So you have to deal with every single person differently. Well, if you have 3 sisters, every single sister is different. Everybody's different. So if we're not, matured enough and smart enough and capable enough, means we can't even help ourselves. What to speak about helping anybody else? So first we have to become qualified. Otherwise it's just like dogs just all night long outside of the house, right? They're just barking. Just barking at each other. Back and forth. No peace. And then they get so tired from barking, they go to sleep. Right? Then they wake up and they're like, oh, I'm a dog. I gotta start barking again. That's their dharma, That's just for dharma. Dogs bark. I don't think the humans were supposed to be barking, Sometimes it feels like everyone's barking at each other, right? That dog's barking, right? You don't even know what are they saying. Right? Do you know what the dog is saying? He's just barking at you. It's like, what's your problem, man? I don't understand your problem. So sometimes people are angry and barking at you. It's like, I don't even know why they're barking. Maybe that's their nature. They just need to bark. Then I just said, why don't you just go out in the park and just go bark. Just go bark. When you're tired from barking, then come back. Then we'll have a reasonable conversation. Right now you need to bark. Maybe you could chase some cars, Then they'll jam on the brakes, you can go right, open the door, right? Then you can limp back home. Be a little bit more like humbled out, little not so much barking mood anymore. I am so offensive. I have a very strange mind, This is just the way I'm seeing everything. Please excuse me. I'm like seeing it like this, you know. If you just want to help everybody and someone not allowing you to help them, it's like, look, I don't want to waste your time. I really don't want to waste my time. You know, if in the future there's some other way we can discuss and I can help you, then come back. But set some standard. Then they have to come up in the standard if they want to have a relationship with you. I remember my mother, she used to call and she'd be barking, she'd be yelling at, you know. She was not happy about Krishna consciousness, and she was offensive, and she was like very strong lady. And I said, Mother, I love you. I want to have a relationship with you, but this is totally unacceptable. So if you don't change this, don't call me. And sometimes she would just keep going, and I just hang up the phone. Like, oops. That's when there was phones, right? Now it's like, oh, I dropped my phone. Oh, I just hang up with the phone. And then my mother, smart lady, and she knows, okay, he's not tolerating. So then sometimes, after some time, she'll call me back and said, I'm sorry. I'll try to be more careful. I'll try to be more respectful. I said, okay, Mom. How are you? How's everything? How's everybody? No problem. And as soon as she would get not right mood, not right mentality, not speaking in a nice way, I said, okay, bye. Or just hang up. So she got programmed. If I want to have a relationship with my son, I have to behave properly. Otherwise, he's not going to tolerate it. So I forced her to not be offensive. I helped her. I trained her. Because I made a boundary of what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. And because it's your mother or your father or some senior person, you have to do respectfully. At least try. I'm not sure hanging up on them is so respectful, but she's being stubborn. She's not listening. She's not listening to me. And then if they really love you, they really care about you, then they'll be like, okay, I have to adjust my behavior. If I want to have a relationship with this person. Anybody else? This is a very interesting class. But you know what? This is all related to Krishna consciousness, because if we become very expert in all of this way, it's easier to be Krishna conscious and to deal with the complexity of the different relationship and situation. And it also helps them to understand what's required in order for you to really help them. So if we do it right, it can be very beneficial. And then if they're not even reasonable, then you try so many times to help them, then it's like, okay, don't waste my time. I'll not waste your time, don't waste my time. Look, not everyone's going to love you being Krishna conscious. Sometimes it takes many years later for them to appreciate. Sometimes they may never appreciate. That's just the reality of the situation. So you just try to think how to surrender and serve Krishna, Guru and Krishna. Do your devotional service. Gradually, people see how determined you are. They may adjust themselves, respect you, and gradually, they may also become devotee. Sometimes the family member will reject you for the rest of your life. There's nothing you can do about it. We don't want that, but they cannot handle it. So that's just the reality of the situation. We can't try to please everybody else and don't please Krishna. Try to please Krishna, and whoever can be pleased, they'll automatically be pleased. Others we're just running around trying to please everybody, and then we're not pleasing, Krishna. Then they're not happy, Krishna's not happy, we're not happy, nobody's happy. Please Krishna, he's like the water watering the root of the tree. Water the root of the tree, then the branches and the twigs and the leaves, flowers, fruits, whatever is there, everyone gradually will be nourished. So, Krishna consciousness means watering the root of the tree. If you don't water the root and you're just running around trying to put water on the flower, nobody's going to drink any water there.